If I learn to do all these things, like if I learn how to program, if I learn how to tinker with electronics, I can do all kinds of weird with that.
The more that we practice creativity, you actually wire your brain for originality.
A lot of people ask me why I build the things I build, and that's a very valid question. But what I don't understand is why, as soon as you're building something or creating something, you have to have a reason.
If you look at the top 10 skills, creativity is at the top of the list.
I always try to be like, what's the most ridiculous way I can solve this problem? It's so easy to shoot yourself down because you're like, I'm really curious about this and I feel like I want to follow this idea, but I can't really justify why.
Without creativity, there would be no innovation.
So I think anything you can do to let people kind of go and meander and explore is really important.
Experimenting with things on a daily basis. Those little C exercises literally rewire your brain to be more present.
The thing I like about it is that it forces you to go outside of your comfort zone, and it forces you to think outside of like what you would normally do. And that's where a lot of innovation is.
I believe that now more than ever, we need new ideas.
It really starts with identifying a problem. And I think the best problem, and this goes for startups or for product design or for building useless machines, is like finding anything in your life that has a little bit of friction. You wish you could do it differently.
The linear way of thinking or all of the bad habits that we have can also be unlearned.
Because it pushed me to think of problems in ways that I wouldn't otherwise, and it has really trained my brain to like identify these little points of friction and then try to brainstorm different ways of solving it.
Creating things is a purpose in itself, and it doesn't really matter what you're building as long as you're making something.
Anything to keep people motivated and willing to follow their enthusiasm even though they don't have a clear end goal with it.
We all grew up creative, and that artist that was in all of us as a child is actually what allows you to be more open, to perceive new things, and to find those patterns.
I didn't see myself as somebody who would be interested in technology in that way, and it wasn't until I was like, I can do so many fun and obscure things if I just learn how to use these tools.
Creativity at its core is just simply the ability to perceive the new world in new ways.